It's like Justin Baldoni saying, I'd love to work with Blake again.
Ooh, and even the audience is like laughing, but like, should we laugh on this given what you did last week?
Blake Lively just sent shockwaves through Hollywood, and not for a movie or fashion moment. She's reportedly suing Saturday Night Live for a staggering $80 million after an on-air incident left her feeling exposed before millions. How did one comedy sketch explode into a legal war with TV's biggest late-night powerhouse? And what does this battle say about the extreme lengths celebrities go to protect their image? Let's break down the jaw-dropping showdown between Blake and SNL. Before we jump in, if you enjoy watching our videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It's totally free for you, but it means the world to us.
To me, this shows SNL playing its cards of, yeah, they're clearly, they know Blake Lively is crazy.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just went from Hollywood's golden couple to the center of a media firestorm. A shocking on-air jab set off a legal and PR meltdown, leaving them scrambling to control the fallout. From public embarrassment to a scandal over Ryan's comments, this drama is unfolding fast. How did it all go so wrong? Let's break it down.
And given the appearance, she's gonna have this same reaction of, wait a second, why are you making fun of me? I thought you had our back, Saturday Night Live. What's going on?
Saturday Night Live just poured gasoline on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' legal drama. During a segment, Colin Jost dropped a remark that shook the couple, turning their rumored hundreds of millions lawsuit into a full-blown media frenzy. Now, social media is on fire, and everyone's asking, what's really going on behind the scenes?
Why? Because, we're making light of the whole situation because it centers on your wife accusing a guy of, right? That's why it's no laughing matter. So
Ryan Reynolds' SNL cameo seemed harmless, but it backfired spectacularly. With rumors swirling about Justin Baldoni and hidden tensions with Blake, Ryan still stepped into the spotlight thinking a lighthearted bit was the right move. Then came the moment, "Hey Ryan, how's it going?" His offhand joke hinted at something deeper, leaving the audience split between laughter and shock. Was it just comedy, or did he just expose real drama?
And then we've also got this story, Justin Baldoni. Now, as you know, these jokes are written like sometimes up until the minute.
Then came Colin Jost, with a remark that felt off the cuff but was likely carefully planned. He took a jab at Justin Baldoni wanting to work with Blake again, spinning it into a political analogy before flipping the target to Blake herself. It was quick, sharp, and risky. A zinger that hit hard and left viewers wondering, was that just comedy or something deeper?
Colin is now married to Scarlett Johansson, who Ryan Reynolds allegedly, the rumors are, cheated on her with Blake Lively.
Some online sleuths quickly pointed out Colin Jost is married to Scarlett Johansson, one of Ryan Reynolds' famous exes. Coincidence? Maybe, but it added a whole new layer of intrigue. Regardless of intent, the crowd felt it. A personal dig landed on live TV, and just like that, the internet erupted. Hollywood drama lovers had found their next obsession.
What? Listen to Colin crack even before he says it, because he knows this is gonna get me in trouble.
Which is like Justin Baldoni saying, I'd love to work with Blake again.
That one moment blew up fast. News outlets and fans latched on, calling it a disaster for Blake's carefully crafted, relatable image. Suddenly, old rumors resurfaced, articles mocked the idea of Justin Baldoni working with her, and social media erupted. Memes, debates, and 3.5 million views in 24 hours. Insiders say Blake panicked. This wasn't just bad press, it was full-blown ridicule. Past praise for her was now met with skepticism, and Ryan, he was under fire too, joking when he should have been managing damage control.
Her playing, why? Was there something wrong? Yeah, clearly, guys, the joke didn't hit.
Desperate to control the fallout, Blake made a bold move, hiring Nick Shapiro, a man with reported ties to high-level intelligence and media crisis management. Hollywood stars do bring in PR teams, but someone with intelligence ops experience? That's rare. It signaled one thing. This wasn't just bad press. For Blake, it was a full-scale emergency.
Who else has a question?
I have a question.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Hi.
Hey. How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Critics pounced. Blake had once called out Justin Baldoni for using PR to sway public opinion. Now she was bringing in someone with political crisis experience. The hypocrisy was hard to ignore. Suddenly, the lawsuit felt less like justice and more like narrative control. Headlines screamed, "Huge win for Blake." But sharp-eyed observers noticed there was little proof of major legal victories. In reality, her court requests were reportedly scaled back or denied, despite the media spin.
Now, what's fascinating, though, is the judge denied it. The judge was like, nope, you do not have a good enough excuse.
Blake's PR blitz backfired. Instead of quieting the drama, it amplified it, leaving fans asking, if her case was so strong, why the extreme measures? Rumors swirled that the judge had dismissed parts of her claims as overreaching. Suddenly, cracks formed in her credibility. Supporters who once backed her cause were now questioning everything.
Learning more about Blake, her mother, the way she is, the entitlement and selfishness and demands she needs to have in order to have authority. It doesn't surprise me that she has spun this narrative in her favor.
Then, Ryan's past joke came back to haunt him. An old clip resurfaced, him awkwardly admitting to staring at a breastfeeding woman. Normally, just cringy humor. But now, a PR disaster. It directly clashed with Blake's accusations against James Heath for mere eye contact while she was nursing. Critics called out the double standard. If Blake saw a fleeting glance as violating, how was Ryan's extended stare just a joke? The backlash was swift. Ryan's comedic image now undermined Blake's claims, making even her supporters question, was this all exaggerated?
This is what blew me away. When she first came out with all this, I went, what he is, you know? And as a...
Everyone did.
Then the Hollywood silence began. In an industry where image is everything, Blake's support didn't rally. It wilted. Co-stars and colleagues gave awkward, half-hearted responses when asked about her. One castmate from her upcoming film, pressed on supporting her, simply said, "It's complicated." Another big-name colleague offered minimal praise, clearly more focused on protecting the film's success than defending Blake. The message was clear. No one wanted to go down with the ship.
We'll do what we want because we're more powerful than you. And he finally had enough and he countersued.
Commentators noted the classic Hollywood pattern. When an A-lister becomes a liability, no one openly trashes them. Instead, they quietly step away, leaving them to weather the storm alone. Ryan, known for his humor, tried to lean into it. But in the middle of a legal fiasco, his usual charm fell flat, only making the accusations seem more serious. Then there was the Colin Jost factor. With Jost married to Scarlett Johansson, Ryan's ex, many speculated if personal history fueled his sharp jabs. Whether true or not, one thing was clear. Ryan's humor wasn't working anymore.
Yes, she's allowed to have one, but why were you criticizing Justin? So anything Justin does is retaliation? Anytime he defends himself, it's retaliation? Nonsense. And you're telling me, Blake, you didn't leak this out?
Blake doubled down instead of letting the chatter fade. She pushed a PR blitz, with headlines claiming huge legal wins. But legal analysts pointed out the actual court documents told a different story. Her requests were largely denied or restricted. Viewers compared it to other celebrity showdowns, where minor updates were spun as total victories. Meanwhile, the industry took notice. Big productions need bankable stars with minimal baggage. As the PR machine overheated, producers and brands began quietly distancing themselves.
And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to fill.
The fallout didn't stop at Hollywood. Brands and advertisers, once eager to align with Blake's wholesome image, grew uneasy. She'd been the face of family-friendly campaigns and philanthropic projects, but the legal drama and hypocrisy claims put those partnerships at risk. Executives who once praised her now issued carefully worded statements, saying they needed time to assess the situation. Industry insiders speculated that her high-profile crisis PR moves, especially hiring an ex-intelligence operative, raised red flags. This wasn't just a Hollywood scandal, it signaled something deeper and riskier, making even her biggest supporters hesitant.
His job, he had blank checks to make things go away so that it didn't get to the media. Short-term rentals had featured this and said the cash has been given to both hosts and guests.
Online communities dissected every rumor, alleged email, and court snippet, turning Blake's saga into a full-blown social media spectacle. Some framed it as a Hollywood reckoning, questioning who gets protected, how narratives are spun, and what happens when double standards are exposed. Industry insiders speculated that future projects involving Blake or Ryan might be quietly put on hold. Casting directors track online sentiment, and if a star's personal drama overshadows a film, studios adjust. Some projects once tied to them could face marketing reworks or even recasting.
Cathartic.
As if I'm Weasel.
Right.
So he was like, you know what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star, but you just, you do just enough exposition that it's funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real movie.
So he's riff.
There were whispers that scripts once attached to Blake were now being reconsidered without her. Mid-budget dramas that once banked on her star power were quietly exploring alternative leads. To outsiders, these might seem like minor shifts, but in Hollywood, they signal an industry hedging its bets. Meanwhile, Ryan's signature humor, once effortless, was now coming off as tone-deaf. Jokes that once charmed audiences now felt like deflection. Even his wisecracking persona in major roles started to seem out of touch. Critics pointed out that his PR playbook relied on a playful public image, but with lawsuits, ex-intelligence PR hires, and serious allegations swirling, his humor blurred the line between damage control and denial, making people question his sincerity.
Blake clearly had no idea what kind of a mess she was getting herself into.
Fans took to message boards, expressing disappointment in the couple's carefully crafted image. They pointed to past interviews where Blake and Ryan preached family values, trust, and authenticity. But the breastfeeding controversy became a breaking point. If Blake claimed a fleeting glance was traumatic, why was Ryan's admission of prolonged staring treated as a joke? The contradiction fueled heated debates online, turning even some longtime supporters into skeptics.
She can hire a PR crisis manager, that's fine, but if Justin does it, it's not to protect himself, but it's to destroy her.
As the saga dragged on, a larger discussion emerged about Hollywood's obsession with public scandals. When A-listers, massive lawsuits, and wild rumors collide, the headlines practically write themselves. Some compared this to past high-profile defamation and harassment cases, calling it one of the most blatant examples of media spectacle. Legal experts, however, pointed out that actual evidence, not just social media buzz, would decide the outcome. If Blake's claims lacked substance, no amount of PR could change that. And if Ryan kept unintentionally fueling the gossip with offhand remarks, he might be making things worse for both of them. That's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed the ride, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Your support means everything to us, and trust me, the best is yet to come. See you soon.